Got no light?
I need a lighten up. Like this joke get lighter. Pretty sure that.
Get it moved the right way. Give me the Bible and check me that. Yeah. Do you see your case? One time for Will. I should be in front, Will. Come on, boy. Move out, shit. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Basically, the bartenders back there good. Good to see you, Trey. Even David Twiggy, y'all. Ain't no what he said. Hey. Next time, the land. Good to see you, family. Look at some bunch, man. Don't tell nobody I'll kill it. I said the 3 seconds off with my. Yes, sir. Over that was 40 grand. Down stop for night, they twin. Give a stop. Oh. Always hanging them down. You know, body scraps. Yeah. Same old boogie scraps. As long as for life. Right there, twin.
That's probably better. Yeah.
We got the story, say. What's the one you see on the train today? Oh, see what's up, what is up? Great. They don't remember. Slap that. The tender. Say the word. Say style, stop the fuck out. It's all super tired. Not there, but science. This is what you're not without a power like a pretty thing. Screaming and shouting. Better walk for the hook, see. Leave off, but I'll leave that show.
Pretty cool. The tags off.
Man, I'm gonna take the tags off. See you tomorrow, we don't take it off.
Hey, yo, check this out. I want to welcome everybody to another exciting edition of the Lyrical Lux FM Indie Spotlight, where we celebrate independent artists, powerful stories, and people pushing music and culture forward. Today, this is a special treat to spotlight a multi-talented lyricist, singer, performer, music executive, and proud representative of the DMV, Styles, Montana. Born in Southeast Washington, D.C., and raised between North Carolina and the DMV, Styles developed a musical foundation that crosses R&B, soul, blues, hip hop, gospel, and the unmistakable sound of Washington D.C. go-go music. Her journey began in school bands and choirs before expanding the performance with Raw and Uncut Cut. The legacy Blenders, Unfinished Business, Uncensored Worship, Collective Measure Band, and many others. She's also part of the DMV history through Resurrection Queens, joining 23 other women for a powerful remake of the hip hop anthem Self Destruction. Styles is an artist with Heartopia and part owner and CEO of Forever Records. Her debut single, The Get Back, introduced listeners to her individual sound and continues to build her catalog, collaborating with artists and creating new opportunities. So I'm happy to introduce my personal uh, CEO partner, my backbone, Styles Montana. I want to welcome you to this Lyrical Lux FM Indie Spotlight. So how you feeling
All
today,
right.
sis?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Blessed. Blessed. Of course.
So to hear all that, how you feel? You know what I'm saying? Because you've been doing a lot for a long time. So
Man, I'm humble. So, like, hearing it, to actually hear it back to me, it's like I really did do a lot. But I'm humble. I'm very humble. Like, I love everybody.
yeah, we
Yeah.
we know that. So we know everybody knows that you're born in Southeast DC and you was raised between North Carolina, DMV. What do you remember most about these environments?
So in North Carolina, for me, it was the soul music, the family upbringing and everything. For Southeast, it was the go go. My sister and my cousins and all of them sneaking me in go go's when I was younger. Just the DMV area, like I love go go, and I mean I was born here, so like the most I remember is like sometimes we would have like they would open the fire hydrants for us. That's one memory I remember in DC. They would turn on the fire hydrants for us so we could play in the fire hydrants when we was younger. They don't do that no more, you know what I'm saying? So that's something I
Right.
definitely remember. Or walking the creeks and stuff over at Anacostia and stuff like that. So, they don't do that stuff no more. But those are the things I remember about DC, you know.
All right.
And the block
So how
boys and the block.
so how did
Hey,
the regions shape your personality and your musical identity?
with me being in North Carolina, I think it shaped me with the R&B. The rap and the go-go came definitely from DC. I feel like North Carolina shaped me in a humbling way. Like it made me humble. DC is the part that made me cocky. I feel like,
Right.
you know, it made me more so not afraid to do what it is that what I'm saying, that I do as far as rapping, as far as singing and everything. So, yeah.
Okay. So do you remember the first song that made you stop and truly pay attention to music?
The very first song that's made me stop and listen to music. I would have to say the very first artist would be Aretha Franklin, and I can't say one particular song because my father played her a lot, and all of her music, like everything she did, like I love all of Aretha music. There's nothing that Aretha doesn't do that I'd be like, nah, I don't want to hear that. Like,
Right.
so I feel like Aretha, she started me with the music thing, you know what I'm saying? And then Missy Elliott just took over after that.
Right. Right.
Missy Elliott took over after that. Yeah.
So if you had
So
like to
those
rank
two
your
people
top,
that
oh no, go ahead.
those the two people that, mostly inspire me the most because yeah, I look at them as like the pioneers. So
Right. So question: if you had to rank your favorite top five, who would they be?
hmm. Of course Missy, everybody knows that. I mean, I'm a Missy fanatic. I'm definitely that's my number one goes to. Missy, it would have to be Missy, Otis Redding, Chuck Brown, I would say Busta Rhymes, and then I would say Sam Cooke.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know you got an old soul, so like
Yeah.
what made you pick them as your top five?
Like you said, I got an old soul. I like old music. I I feel like it's more feeling in that music. It's more, inspiration in that music. And plus my father, he was older when I was born. My father was in his 50s when I was born. So I got all the soul from him. And my brothers, they're older than me. All of my brothers are basically old enough to be my father for real.
Right.
So they installed in me all the R&B and all the old school music from the blues to bluegrass and everything. Like, yeah, they installed all that. So
All right. So, with all that being said, what makes Styles who she is? The confident lyricist, the artist, the songwriter. Like, what sets you apart from the other artists that you came across?
I because I put all my feeling into the music that I do. Put my feelings into it and it's truthful. Everything that I say in my rhymes are truthful. There's nothing that's a facade. There's nothing that I'm faking with my music. And I think it's the people that are around me. Like I have a lot of people that are in my corner and that support me and push me to be even better, from brothers to friends to people that are in my bands to, people who seen me and are inspired by me and be like, yeah, yeah, you're gonna be a problem. When they finally get a hold of you, you're gonna be a problem. So, it's all of those people that have done it for me, you know what I'm saying? I know they say don't let people be the end all be all, but I can honestly say that the people that are in my corner are the end all be all for me. They support me through everything. Like they always tell me to put my best foot forward and they've been pushing me all this time. Cause at first I wasn't even gonna rap. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Kenilworth Katrina, shout out to Kenilworth Katrina, man. My cousin Kenilworth Katrina is the one who got me rapping. Like I was
Okay.
not doing anything. She started me to do what I'm doing. And I definitely wouldn't be who I am or even started without her. But then I also have to, think about my brothers, Nate, Nate, and Andy. Like they push me and they're my managers in my bands and also they my brothers. They have molded me to where I'm at now. And I can honestly say that. And my brother Wills, because he's always in my ear. My brother Wills is always in my ear. And they are legends in the go-go community, but they push me not just in go-go, but also in my rap and my singing and in my career period. So I would have to say that that's what it is for me.
So, where does the perfection part come from with you? Because I know, like, I work with you, and I see how you take the music game and practices and things seriously. So, where does that come from to motivate you?
Because music is my wife. I call music my wife. Her name is Musica. I call her my wife because, like she's there when I go through things. Anytime I need her, she's there. Like I call her my wife. And I think that's what makes me want to be a perfectionist at all times because she gives me what I can only give back. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's basically what it is for me. I love perfection, and it always take me so long to put out music because of that. I have to, I'm my own worst critic for real. So
So, like, what advice would you give indie artists out here that's trying to, like, they got like multi talented like you are, that's trying to get started, but sometimes might feel discouraged because things not panning out like how they want.
keep pushing. If this something you love to do, like you gotta love to do it. You can't just want to do it. It can't just be a hobby. You gotta really love to do it. If you don't love to do it, you're not gonna push yourself to be like that. You really gotta love to do it and just push yourself, Go out there, try to get, shows and try to get the manager that you need. I'm lucky to have the manager I have. You know what I'm saying? I'm very lucky to have the manager I have because you push me. You know what I'm saying? If everybody don't know, Adrian's my manager, but he pushes me to be better and to do things better. So, you know, but you also gotta have that drive too. It can't just be them, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's all about you having that drive and wanting to really do this.
So even with all that, because I know it's like you also you in multiple bands. You also are in the choir. Like, how do you separate the two?
God is different than everything. God is
Right.
different than everything. When I go to my gospel go-go band, I'm not thinking how I don't have the same mindset as if I'm with one of my other bands like CMB or whatever. I don't have the same mindset. I am then worshiping. So that's how it goes. Like even with the choir, shout out to DA, Najee Scott and Divine Anointing, shout out to them too. Even with the choir, like I have a whole different mindset than I would if I was with my regular bands. Yeah, like I said, that's praise and worship. Then that's like you going to church. That's like, you just have to have that different mindset when you're there. And I'm not gonna hold you. My gospel go-go band, they're a problem. They're definitely a problem. Like I
I
never
agree.
realized it until, I got a little in there with them a couple years, but they're definitely a problem. And I mean, we've done the battle and everything, and people like our music, but yeah, the gospel thing, you got to separate. And like a lot of people say you can't, but at the end of the day they still play gospel music in the club, and when they do, everybody sing it. It's nobody that, I don't care how much they've been drinking, let you play some Mary Mary is the God in Me, they gonna start singing that thing or Stomp by Kurt
Right.
Franklin. Yeah, they gonna sing it. So, God is everywhere and always. So you just gotta, it's not your flesh. It's really not your flesh. It's your soul. It's what your soul is worth. And if you can't praise God and be embarrassed in a club because you've been drinking, God know you've been drinking already. So I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
I must praise him regardless, So
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I mean, I had my moments back in my day where I'll be out and, I had a rehearsal and I'm, pissy drunk and I'm going to church, and that might be some best times I played, but pastor looked at me and was like, "Hey, like, don't, I appreciate you coming in
yeah,
here, but don't come in here like that again." Because
right,
it
right,
was hot. It was hot in there, and I'm sweating alcohol, and it's like, yo, come on now. But I
yeah,
was like, I knew where I needed to be at, and so it kind of like made me appreciate the music more than not taking it for granted. When
right.
did you know? Because I know people know that you sing, but when did you know that you could sing?
Um, I found out I could sing through my nieces actually. So, they say your family, they gonna cheer you on regardless. But my family,
Right.
my nieces and nephews and stuff, not like that. If you can't sing, they gonna tell you can't sing. Like that's when I knew I could sing because my nieces will be like, Auntie, sing for me. And then when I started doing it at shows, like it'll be times where my band might, need a little break for a second to fix something, and I'll just sing, and then the females would tell me, like, that's what lets me know I can say. The females would tell me, they be like, "Sing, Styles." I'll be like, "Okay, I'll sing, boo. All right." And that's when I found out, I could hold a little note. I don't sing, but I hold a little note. Now, my choir now, they sing down.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just got
Most
it. Yeah,
definitely.
they sang down. That Total Praise remix, boy. That thing, I live by that. That's it. That song
Right.
is serious. So yeah, but I can hold a little note, do a little something.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard you. Yeah. So I know that you multi talented. You can sing. You can rap. You can play. Play an instrument and all that. Even with you being in the choir, like how did like that discipline help you in the bands that you're in?
Right. So with with DA, Naja Scott and DA, with Naja Scott and Divine Anointing, I'm going to say the name out. With Naja Scott and Divine Anointing, she actually makes you go through a boot camp when you're trying out and everything. There's a lot of exercises that you have to do and all of that to sing. We have one where we lean on the chair a certain way, and if you let your back go down, you start over. Or we have one where you hold the note as long as you can. You got to raise your hand and take a breath. It's that. And I can honestly say in that it helped me as far as singing. I haven't been in a while, so I know I need to go back. But she does a whole boot camp to where she makes sure that your body as well as your vocals and everything and mind, your mind, body, and soul are worked and working for God. So I say, in that the choir is a real drill. Like it's no games. And if you start playing games, she make you start over, and we be like, all right, then she do not care, and it definitely helps. You might feel a little sore or be a little tired, but it's definitely worth it. I can't say it's never been worth it. So yeah.
So with that all being said, what advice would you also give an artist that wants to be in a band and might think that because I know a lot of artists sometimes they don't like constructive criticism. So like me personally, I always tell them, hey, go into a choir to get your voice right and get with somebody who's gonna get you to that point. Some people might feel like they don't need that; they think they have arrived. So, like for people who might think they have arrived or are trying to get into the game or get with bands and all that stuff, like what advice would you give to help them as well to do things the right way?
So as you said, I went to the choir. I went to the choir to help with my singing, but also, to praise God. You have to invest in your craft. You can't just think that you got it. Like I'm still at a point where I don't think that I got it. Other people tell me I got it. I've had my nephew tell me, it's like, yeah, you're a legend. I'm like, I'm not there yet. It's a lot of things that you have to work on your craft. You have to invest in your craft. You can't just be like, okay, I'm a rapper today, and then you rap one song and you're good. No, you have to keep practicing. You have to know your lyrics. You have to like practice. You have to practice. There's no way you got it. Like I know people who been in the game and go for over 20 years and they will still practice till this day like they just started, you know. So if they're doing it, I mean, that means you should still be doing it too. Like you think Junkyard and them don't practice? They've been in the game for over 40 years.
Right,
And I know that I'm in my 40s and they still practice like backyard. They still practice like all the people that sing Kim Ward from Push Play, all the ladies that sing, they still practice. Even Naja Scott. So Dr. Naja Scott, she's a vocalist also, and she practices. And when I
right,
say she's a vocalist, she's done background for well known gospel singers, well known, like
right.
you would know that, you know. But she still practices. So how can you say that you're good and you straight if these people are, in the industry and they're still practicing?
Yeah,
It's never you're never done with your craft. You're never done. So just keep practicing, keep building on it.
yeah. I like what you said there because a lot of artists they need to hear that because I know a lot of them trying to get work, trying to be out there in the game like you are. And what I always liked about you, you are humble. And yeah, what they're saying is true. You a legend. You one of you one of the goats in the game. I mean, even with
Hey,
what you're
oh boy.
doing, you make me want to be better at what I do because I see what you're doing and you out here doing a lot every day, all the time. You in bands, you doing shows, you giving praise and all that. So I admire how you moving out here. So just keep your level head, and the doors are gonna keep continually opening up for you. So that's my
Thank
my good advice for today. So I know that Missy is your favorite and all, and she's one of your greatest influences. But what made you first what did she do? How did she capture your attention?
her first album. I had to take what Biggie say? I let my tape, I let my tape rock till my tape knock. Ain't that what he said? Man,
Take
I
take
had a
take drop,
tape from
take
Missy
pop.
Elliott. Yeah, tell it pop. Yeah, you right. So I played that joint so much, my tape actually popped. Like, Missy, like, her first album, like, before that, though, I knew about her, but her first album just got me, and after that, it was just like it was over. Her videos,
Yeah,
her lyrics, she was different. She wasn't like everybody else. She make her own beats. She produced for other people. Like, all the things she do, that's just me. Like, I was like, "Ooh, I wanna do that."
yeah.
Like, that's what it
So
was.
so as her being like your inspiration and all that, do you feel like that you emulate some of the things that she's done in the game?
Yeah, because I like to make beats. I rap and I rap different, and people really don't understand until they really listen to my lyrics, and they be like, "Wait, that's what she said? Oh, okay."
Right.
Um, yeah, I do. I even did a dedication to her where I did a couple of her songs, and
Yeah.
I sounded like her. I sounded
Yeah.
like her, and I was like, I do sound like her. So, but yeah, that's my go-to. Like, when I'm not feeling like I got the words to say, I'll go back, listen to some Missy, and then get back into my mode. She's definitely an inspiration to me.
So I mean, she's known. She so pretty much y'all like the same. I mean, she's known for refusing to be placed in one category. And I just want to know, from you watching her career, does that give you permission to be both a singer and a rapper?
Yeah, that's definitely an inspiration to be both. When when I seen her, it made me want to be both. Because at first I was just like, I'm a rap, I'm a rap, I'm a rap. But then, when I found out I had a little voice on me, I was like, oh, I could put some ooh yeahs on here real quick. Some
Right.
Jodeci on that. Ooh, yeah. you know. So yeah,
So
yeah, what it gave me. Yup.
so like she got strong roots in Greater Virginia and DMV music culture. Did her success make the industry feel more reachable to you?
Yes. 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 Her and Timberland, like, to know that at first they were actually the what's behind Jodeci. Like, a lot of people don't even know they were the reason Jodeci is the way Jodeci is with their
Right.
songs, because they were helping produce those songs. And, like, yes, I it made me feel like it was tangible and that I could touch it.
Right.
Yes, it definitely did. Yep.
So if you had one opportunity to work with Missy, because this even though it's live, it's gonna be out here somewhere, and hopefully she
Right.
picks this up. So if you
Right.
had a chance to work with her, what type of record would you want to create with her?
Um, I would now see, that's hard because she's everywhere like me, so that would be kinda hard. We would have to do a whole album together. It couldn't be just one record because I do some of everything, country, whatever, rock, whatever, and she's everywhere
Right.
too, writing her own lyrics. I write my own lyrics, so yeah, I would have to definitely do a whole album because we would have to cover every genre. We would have to cover every genre.
Yeah, and I believe that'd be a crazy album she had.
Yeah.
Because even though like I listened to a lot of Missy older music, and I was like, it was crazy how she just took top tier artists, put them on an album, and nobody had no egos. Everything
Mhm.
like fit into place. I
Yep.
listen to you as well, and like you work with a lot of people, and and all y'all just fit in place, and y'all work together. And so
Yeah.
if she's out here and she's listening, this could definitely be a crazy record, and I
Alright.
could wait to hear that and bring y'all back, and y'all can holler at me about this record, and then we can get this record out. So
Yeah,
besides
indeed.
Missy, who else shaped your style as a lyricist?
Like I said, my cousin Kenilworth Katrina. I wouldn't have been rapping at all if it wasn't for her. She definitely makes me push myself further than where I want to go. Also, when I see her, because she's out in Cali, she's everywhere. Kenilworth Katrina is everywhere. If you don't know who Kenilworth Katrina is, you got to be under a rock. She's everywhere. Like, she definitely pushed me like that. And me and her have done songs together, and it's always fire when we do songs together. I don't really push myself to go do songs with her because I like, yeah, that's my cousin. I can do that, but it's like I want us to do our own thing and then we'll come back together later, do one, and then do our own thing. We do that all the time. So, you know, and then when she did the 24, that was my first record ever when we did the Resurrecting Queens. That was the first time I ever actually laid down a record, and she put me on that because she was like, "Hey, I want you to come in and put a verse on here." I was like, "All right, cuz." And I didn't know it was gonna be as big as it was. We won
Right.
awards and everything from that. So yeah, it would definitely be her also. Yeah.
So how does it feel like even when you're talking now, how does it feel to have those opportunities that a lot of people don't get?
It feels amazing. It feels good. Me being in my bands. I mean, I love my bands. I love them. They're like family. Everything it feels good. It helps with life. It helps with life, everyday life. So it definitely feels good. It feels amazing. Like it doesn't feel like a chore when I go work with my bands. It doesn't feel like I'm actually going to work. It just feels like I'm having
Right.
fun.
Yeah.
So
And when you can always do that with your band, then you know that you got something solid there. Same with me. We got our band, and it,
yeah,
it's like we all just gel together. No egos. Everybody's like one
right.
sound, one bound, one
And
mind,
you
one
talk about
accord.
my
And
band. What's up with yours? When yours come, when y'all about to do something? That's what I want to
hey,
know.
hey, we pretty much try and figure out some stuff.
Okay.
Everybody, we all kind of like got other stuff working out. I'm a let me do a little. I guess I can do. Okay, I'm gonna shout my man out because he got something coming out in September. So I'm gonna shout him
Okay.
out real quick. So I'm gonna shout out my man. Shout him out right here. I'm gonna shout out Shania. He got I want y'all to pre-order. Available September 4th. I mean September 7th on all platforms, entitled Victorious. So he's been working on this project for a minute.
Okay.
I'm really proud of what he got going on. So I want you all out there to September 7th pre-order his single, and let's run up them streams as well for him. So
Oh
that's where
yeah.
we at with
Definitely.
him. So pretty
Definitely.
much we all just doing what we gotta do, just like y'all. So we just everybody's pretty much doing their own
Okay.
thing right now. I got the podcast and the radio. You got my brother Chuck. He's photography now. He got
Mhm.
he help writing music. Got Isaiah doing his thing, Cam doing
Yeah.
their thing. So yeah, everybody out here, we trying to make things happen. We're gonna put something together, and when we do, we definitely let everybody know out there. But pretty much, we just mainly just supporting each other in what we have to do. So as long as you got that, that's pretty much all we got. So,
Okay.
but yeah, so we gonna get back on Miss Styles. So at 18, you received the first major opportunity with a go-go band that began in Palmer Park and was owned by Ted Weeks,
Yeah.
who now plays with Rev Up Band, Re-Up Band.
Ria. 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 Yeah.
So how
That was
did
the
that
first.
opportunity come together for you?
Um. What was I doing? I believe I was walking up the street from the store at Palmer Park, and I was just singing, and he heard me. He was like, "You sang?" I was like, "A little bit." He was like, "Come to my practice." I was like, "Okay." I went to practice and we started practicing like every week. I never got to perform with them, but we was practicing every week at his house constantly. So that was the first, band that I was ever in. I don't even remember the name of the band. That's bad. That's bad.
Was you nervous when you did your first major performance?
My first major one? Yes. Yes, I was. because my first major performance was it was the Howard. Yeah, the Howard was my first major performance, and I was very nervous, and I was with Resurrected Queens. I definitely was nervous, but I still did it. I'm always nervous when I go on stage. I don't know why I get nervous, but I'm used to the stage.
Right.
But it also lets me know that I'm not cocky or anything because I still get nervous
Right.
every time. So yeah, I was really nervous. I was scared. I thought I was gonna say the wrong words and everything, but I did it. It's on YouTube too.
Right.
It's on YouTube. That was the year we actually beat Belladonna for the Go-Go Awards.
Oh,
I was
for real.
surprised. Yeah, I was surprised because my cousin was like, "We not gonna vote. We're gonna let the people vote." So we couldn't vote.
Right.
We couldn't vote at all. She was like, "Don't vote. Nobody in the group vote. We're gonna see what happened." And we ended up winning. That that was major. That was yeah.
Right.
But I was definitely scared. I definitely was.
So, like, pretty much when your reputation grew and you were invited to appear with bands including Untold Secrets, ICC, and MOB, what did those guest appearances mean to you as well?
He was all family. They just called me up on stage and tell me to spit a 16 off a freestyle and I do it, and it was all family that was calling me up. So it was like, I got you. It's no problem. I was still humble, still
Right.
like hungry artist. I'm still that way. I think even when I make it further and further, it doesn't matter how far I make it, I feel like I'm gonna always be a hungry artist and wanting to go get it. So
So I asked the same question about hip hop, but I'm gonna ask it to you because you in the go go culture. But what do you believe the larger music industry still misunderstands about the go go culture?
oh man. I think they don't understand the feeling of it. Um, I think it's not understood. When a major artist does it, it's understood, but it's only because it's a major artist and they're actually listening then. But I think they don't understand the feeling. They don't
Hmm.
understand how far it can really go, that it's just more than just us playing congos or us playing the drums or us just singing. It's way more than that. It's real culture. It's like if you were to go to Hawaii and see their culture or somewhere else or Louisiana and see their culture and it's culture. I just feel like they just don't understand the feeling. That's what I
Right.
think it is. They don't understand the feeling. It definitely take you into another world when you really listen to it.
Yeah, because I know like a lot of couple artists I had on the show, a lot of them were like pretty much like you can go down to Georgia, North Carolina, the Midwest and stuff, and you can hear like go go being played, but it's like here in the DMV, since things are so saturated, do you think not enough artists are coming together to make a real project that could solidify go go, or do you just think everybody's just pretty much out there for themselves at this point?
With that one, I think that I don't think that everybody's out for themselves. I think that we're all trying to push the culture together. We're just trying to find different ways to get it out there. I think that's how that's going. Yeah, I don't think everybody's for self. I really think that we're all just pushing it different ways and trying to find the best way to get it out there, like the front porch. That's the best way to get the go-go culture out to me right now. Like that's something that's getting it out. Push Play is getting it out. They have came out and they have definitely did their thing and
Right.
everybody's paying attention. Even Fantasia, when she comes into town, they record when she does the go-go ones. Why? Because it's the feeling, it's the culture. Like there's a feeling. Like any artist, major artist that does go-go, when they come here, they feel that feeling. And like I
Right.
said, I just think it's a feeling. Like I said, I think everybody's pushing it, but I just think everybody's agenda is different the way they want to push it out and make it pushed out that way. I do know it's people that are trying to acknowledge us more when it comes to the inside, but now we need the outside to pay attention to. That's
Right.
about it now.
So what does it mean to you to officially become a frontline performer?
Man, me being a two and a singer, so with Gogo, there's like, you know, shit, 5 people on the front line. There's the 1, there's the 2, the rapper, the, singer, and the male singer, and me being a 2 with my gospel go-go band has taught me a lot. My 1, Nate the Great, he has taught me a lot as far as being a 2 and what it means to be a 2, and I've grown into that. Being on the front line is just different, and sometimes sometimes my back line, they catch me, and when they catch me, I have to turn around and be like, "Hey, what are y'all doing?" I'll be cursing them out because
Yeah.
they definitely, sometimes they catch me off guard, and I definitely will curse them out when it comes to, like, PNB, like, when they start cranking and I'm up there, like, I'm on that line, but then I become a fan and I start cussing them out and telling them they cranking too hard, and they be looking at me, but, you know, I definitely, do that because CMB and UWB for me are different. They
Right.
different. You know, like bands do crank, but when your band crank and you gotta be a fan of your band. If you're not a fan and in the band, then it
Right.
ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
It ain't
true.
gonna work.
Facts. You ain't lie about that. Because you have later joined Pump Blands, led by original
The Pump
member and
Blenders,
drummer. Yeah.
yeah, the Pump Blenders. Yeah, that's a legendary group. That's in Go-Go. I was with them for a little while with Jero. He's the main person. He's the one of the original members of the Pump Blenders. And I was with them for a little while, singing with them, rapping with them, with Nafisa and Leilani. Also, Nafisa right now is doing her thing in Go-Go. She got a couple of songs out. She got the Christmas joint out and some other joints, and them things go. Leilani also has her own group called Cruise Control. So I was in the group with them, and then of course my brother Wills was there, and he's the one that gets me in all these bands. He's the one. He'll be like, "I got a rapper," and then he'll call me. So he's the one that be getting me in these bands and having me try out for these bands, and then they be like, "Yeah, yeah, she's good. Yeah, she could stay," or they'll see me, and be like, "Yeah, I want you in there." So yeah.
So while you were building like your reputation with a lot of bands that you played with, frontlining and all that, you were also developing your own music and learning business behind it. So how did that work out for you?
So me doing my own music, it took me a while because I'm always worried about everybody else and them putting out their music and everything. But the business behind it, me learning the business behind it of what it takes to do a venue or to have a venue and have artists there and all of that, being a promoter, being a manager, being, a CEO, like all of that stuff is like when you put on all those hats and you know every side of everything, you can relate to everybody. So when somebody comes to you and start talking to you about certain things, you can just relate with them and have a whole conversation about things and how they can progress and be
Right.
better. So that's the thing that I think a lot of people they see one part of it but don't see all sides of it. And it's a lot of sides to music. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's a lot of
Facts.
sides. Like even if you're not singing and rapping, there's so much more that can be done. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you've done a lot. So you also helped establish a label with your people DZ
Yeah.
Smalls. Shout out to him, the CEO of
Yeah.
Forever Records.
Yeah.
How did you and DZ Smalls meet? And how did the friendship grow into a business partnership?
I I met DZ when he was a little young. He was like probably maybe 13, and his uncle, who I call my brother, he introduced me to him, and I was starting a label at that time called Alan Prather Records. Rest in peace to my son Alan. And when I started it, he was like, "Yeah, he can rap." He was like, "My nephew can rap." I was like, "All right, I gotta hear him." DZ rap about a good 4 bars, and after that, I was like, "You ain't gotta rap no more. You on there. You ain't
Yeah,
gotta rap no
true.
more." After
Yep,
that, me
I
and him
agree.
became close, and that was that. Like that was it. So I've been knowing that man for over 20 years. Like I know his family, his grandmother, grandfather, aunts, uncles. Like his his aunt was like my sister. You know what I'm saying? His uncles are like my brothers. So we all family. Like we grew up together, type thing.
So, what do you feel are some of the biggest challenges independent artists face when they do not have a major label or a label behind them?
Who I'm gonna say finance and time.
Yeah,
Finance because it's like you have to put the finance into yourself. When you don't have a label, a major label that's backing you, you have to put the finance in yourself. You have to put the money into yourself. Mama say time because also they're working and doing all that, but you got to make time for it. It's the finance and the time for me because you know with Heartopia backing me and Forever backing me, like I'm still putting in the finance, but I also have, people that are helping me. You help us. You know what I'm saying? You're our manager, but you also own Heartopia. So you help us in any way you possibly can. So like it's like with us, it's different because, you know, we get helped. So
right.
it's kind of
True.
different. But with most people, it's like the finance and the time. I think that's what it is the most when you don't have a major label.
Got you. So, how do you balance your friendship, family, creativity, and business without allowing one area to damage another?
And now that part, I have not learned that yet. I have not learned to
Yeah,
balance. Well, I'm gonna say this. Well, God is definitely has set me down to balance it. That's what I'm gonna say. He has definitely set me down to balance my family and music. With music, if I when I not if when I start touring and doing all that, I'm taking my family with me. They're gonna all be on the bus or the plane or whatever. They going with me. I don't even want to leave
right,
them out. Come on, let's go. And I'm talking about my kids. I got a tribe. So my kids, the label people, all that, everybody that you coming with me. If I gotta get couple tour buses, you going with me. We going together. Kids, if y'all in school, we'll do school on the bus or whatever.
right,
That's how I feel about that. But I ain't got to that level yet. Once I get to that level, then yeah, everybody come on. That's
yeah,
gonna be easy to balance because all you gotta do is just come on. You ain't gotta pay no bills. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just let's
right.
go. You know.
So, what did experiences teach you about sisterhood, leadership, and using music to address issues within the community? Also, as being part of resurrecting queens, like how did that influence the community?
So with Resurrected Queens, what I liked about Resurrected Queens is we did community work. We did a lot of community work. We were always out spreading a positive message, and that self destruction we remixed, and then we also did what is the song? What's the other song? I can't. Freedom. I couldn't think of
Right,
it. Freedom. We also did that one too, and then we also did our own songs. I did I did a song called Big Rings with a couple people from the joint, but we definitely did community work. We were always going around talking to the youth. We also had DC government, behind us when we did it. And I mean, we still do it today. Like I still advocate to kids and talk to kids. Everybody that was in the group still do that. They still rap when they rap and they still, put music out and they still put out positive messages. I haven't seen any other queens that haven't put out positive messages. They're all doing good from my understanding, from what I'm seeing. Michelle Lee, Dr. Michelle Lee, she has became, I think, a doctor in music for sure, and she's putting out an album. Shane has put out albums. Kenna Katrina, all of them, every single last one of them have put out albums and put out music, and it's all moving forward and it's all positive. So I mean, we for the community, and then the Kings, of course. Shout out to the Resurrected Kings too. They're out there too, and they're pushing as well. So she made 24 females resurrected queens, and then she did 24 males resurrected kings. So I feel like that in itself was a monumental thing for DC, for the
Right.
whole DMV for real.
So you talked about also community because the one thing I like about a lot of artists, I'm gonna shout out one, Tone Butter and Real Business, because they do a lot of, like you said, community work
Yeah,
um, in the city. So with that being said, like, is the community work more important or more important than the performances, or should we, pretty much should more artists be more focused about community activists than pretty much focusing on trying to, I guess, secure gigs and stuff like that?
I would say both. I would say both, all because if you're spreading a positive message, that's community work. You get what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
it's giving a positive message and telling the kids, you ain't gotta talk about guns and shooting all the time and all of that and all this, fuck that, and all that stuff. You ain't gotta do all that all the time.
Right.
And then, you're going around. I feel like even if you perform and you go out and you start talking to people and, not just about your music, but you talking to them. Cause I know every time I perform, I'm not just talking to people about my performance I just did. We talking about other things that go on in the community or working to do other things in the community. So I feel like it's both. I mean, every time I've ever performed, that's basically been a thing that has happened that somebody will talk to me about some community work. So yeah, it's both when it
Okay.
comes to that.
All right. Nice. So we're gonna get into Heartopia Records and the Get Back. So in
Okay.
2022, another important chapter began when you met your manager, which we ain't gonna talk about him, briefly became a part of an all-woman band, Sugar and Spice.
Yeah.
Man, the relationship eventually led to you becoming an artist and assistant manager with Heartopia Records. How did you meet your manager, and what did he recognize in you as an artist?
Oh man, I met my manager through a band called Sugar and Spice. It was an all girl band. It didn't work out. And I after that, like my manager was already there, and he was talking to me about the things that was going on in Sugar and Spice, and we had conversations, and one thing after another. And then he was like, he's gonna do his own thing, and I was like, well, then if you're gonna do your own thing, would you like an artist? And he
Right?
was like, yeah, I would like you as an artist. I was like, okay, bet. And that's how that goes. After that, it was that after. I've been there ever since.
Yeah.
So.
What, I guess, what made Heartopia feel like the right home for your music?
Man, cause my manager my brother. My manager is my brother all day. It's my brother, so, yeah, I'm rocking and rolling with my brother, like, that's what made it feel right, and I mean, all jokes aside, he a businessman. He about what he say. He does what he say he gonna do. If he say, "Oh, we gonna have this show this day, and this is what we doing," that's what's gonna happen. If he say we need to pay this to do this to do this, it's gonna happen. Like that's what it's about. Being about that business. When you say you're a manager, you got to be about that business, and you definitely about that business. And you definitely get on us when we not doing what we supposed to do. So yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah, where that music at? Oh, I'm coming, I got you, I'm coming with the music. You know what I'm saying? So that, I can't slack, cause even though, yeah, you my manager, you also my brother. I separate the two. When we do business, but you my brother
Right.
at the end of the day. And if I gotta put both of them together because somebody acting crazy, then I just gotta do that. But you
True.
know, like when you got a manager that cares about your career and cares about what you do, they're gonna show you, and it's nothing you have not shown me yet that shows me otherwise. So yeah, I'm stuck in the Autopia until the death of me. That's where all my music is. That's where it's gonna be at. That's where it's gonna stay. Can't nobody take it. And I'm saying that now live. You cannot touch my music. If it's in the
Uh,
Autopia.
all right, all right. I appreciate that. Your debut single, "To Get Back," marks an important moment in your solo journey. What does the song mean to you, and what inspired the song?
The Get Back was ooh, the Get Back was because I tried to do something a little earlier in my career and I wasn't really ready. The Get Back is me coming back and telling everybody who I am as a person. I just rap the whole time. I don't do no chorus in it. It's just straight rap in it, and it tells you who I am as a person. That's why it's called Get Back, because I just started all over. So I'm getting back to Styles, Montana, you know.
All right. Is there a new single, project, or collaboration that listeners should be watching for?
Man, I got so much music out. I got music out now. Forever Mafia, DZ Smalls, and Quanda Don. We have music out. I'm on almost everything of theirs. They're on almost everything of mine. We collab on everything. So it's like all of that is out. But I am working on a project as we speak, and it is called Styles Montana Presents the Features, because I like featuring people, not because I
Right.
have to, but because it's good to collab with people and get music out and do something different. It's from opera to reggae to country to everything. It's everything on the album. So like even gospel on the album, go-go's on the album. So that's what I'm working on. Yeah, it's Styles Montana called. It's called The Features, and that's my next project out. Not saying a date yet because I want it to be right, and I don't want to say a date and then you come at me. Where's my album at? And I don't want you
No,
to come
no.
at me and be like, where's my album? So I'm not putting a date on that, but it is coming. It's almost
Uh,
done. That's what I'm gonna say. It's almost done.
I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to it, and your fans and supporters out here, they all looking forward to this as well. So before we close, we're gonna do some fun facts with some quick fire rounds. So I'm gonna ask you some questions and shoot out
Yeah.
whatever comes to mind.
All right,
Uh,
right.
singing or rapping,
Rapping,
studio sessions or live performance.
live performances,
Oh, this is a weird one. Trombone or tuba,
trombone,
R&B or hip hop,
R&B,
classic or new go go,
classic,
lead mic or background vocals.
lead mic.
All right. I know. Favorite Missy Elliott song?
Sheesh, you won't do
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna stump you on one of
I
these.
can give you an album, but I can't give you a song. I can give you my favorite album. Her first
All
album,
right.
the very
Okay.
first album is
All right.
not no song.
That's your favorite. All right.
Hmm.
Was that the one where she was dancing in the bubble suit?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Okay. All right.
that's the
No,
second. That's the
that's the
no. It
second.
is when she was on the hill. You talking about when she was on the hill?
Yeah.
The I can't stand the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That
that
was
album.
okay. All right.
I ain't talking about
Uh
the She's a Bitch album when she bald headed
nah.
and she in all black. Not that one. The
All
first
right.
album, that's my favorite.
All right. Let me see here. Dream collaboration.
My dream collaboration.
Yeah.
You gonna ask me that? You ain't gotta ask me that.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, Missy and Timberland.
All right.
Missy and Timberland.
Favorite DMV food spot.
My favorite DMV food spot would be ooh. Jeez, who got the food? I might have to say, what is that joint called? It's that all you can eat joint. I can't even think of it. It's not the hibachi joint. It's like a steak joint, the steakhouse joint. I can't even think of that joint. It's in
Yeah.
Bethesda.
I know what
Yeah,
you're
you
talking
know what
about.
I'm talking about, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
that joint. They
All right,
come to
bet.
your table with all the meat and no more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my spot right. I
Yeah, that
go
joint.
early.
Yeah, that. That's my
Yeah, I
joint.
don't go late. I go early so I get in there for people start putting their hands on stuff. So
Right on
I don't got
everything.
4 in. So
Right.
one song guaranteed to get you on the dance floor.
Ooh, it would be Walk with a Dip by what band? That go-go song. I don't know what it is. Every time I hear that track, yeah. Walk with a Dip by what band? Check.
All right.
Every time.
One word that describe your music.
Eccentric.
All right. One word that describes you.
Different.
One item you must have before a performance.
My mic.
All right. What is one goal you're determined to accomplish next?
To be an icon.
Where do you see yourself in the next? I ain't even gonna say 5 years. Well, where do you see yourself in a year from now?
Touring.
All right.
Touring everywhere.
Nice. I see that too. Looking forward to that. So I get my ticket.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to the final question. What do you want people to feel when they hear your music or watch you perform?
Whatever I want them to feel whatever I'm giving at the time my story is telling you at the time. I want them to feel that energy. I want them to feel what I'm saying. I want them to resonate with everything that I'm saying and understand it and be like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah,
All right. What would you like to say to everyone who supported you from the beginning?
man, I love y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul. Y'all told me I was something that I did not believe I was. And now I am exactly, I am becoming more and more exactly who all of you thought I was. And I definitely love each and every one of y'all from the bottom of my heart.
All right. We love y'all too. We love you too. And we're proud of what you're doing out here. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay humble in the game and don't let the game
Never,
change you. Change the game.
right.
So where can listeners, your fans and supporters follow, stream your music, book you, and stay up to date on your upcoming releases and performances?
To book me, you just talk to my manager on Heartopia Records. That's the easiest thing. You can book me through him. That's the easiest thing to do. Just ask for Styles Montana. He say, Adrian, hey, I want her on there, and
Right.
he'll let me know. You can find me on Instagram at Styles Montana 420. You can find me on Facebook at Styles Montana Styles MC Montana. You can find me on TikTok at Styles Montana 0420 again. If you want to hit my Gmail up, that's Styles Montana at gmail.com. Everything is Styles Montana. I have some upcoming shows with my Gospel Go-Go Band. I post them on my Facebook, Instagram, and everything. We have a show on the 28th coming up with Uncensored Worship down in White Plains with, I believe it's yes, in White Plains on the 28th. We have a show.
Where where
Um,
where on 28?
it's in White Plains. I'll tell you exactly. I find out right now. Gotta look on
All
my
right.
phone. Cause I be having it, but
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Same here.
I'm always busy. It is okay. Charles County Crank, DMV, August 28th, 8 p.m. Gospel Go Go Revive. Off the Humble and Uncensored Worship. And it's free admission. It's at 4415 Crane Highway, White Plains, Maryland. That's
All
where
right.
we're gonna be at.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
Can you send me that flyer? when you get a chance?
Yes, I got you. I got you. I'll send you that.
All right.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be there on the 28th. That's gonna be a good one right there.
Okay.
Collective measures right now. We in the making come right back on y'all. I don't know who told people that we broke up, but we ain't break up. We just working on some stuff in the background right now to give y'all what y'all been asking for. And like I said, with me and Forever Mafia, we doing some stuff too. So, Maya Baby should be coming out with her single soon. I know Smurf, he got a single out right now, but I think he gonna get another one. Quan got a lot of songs out. It don't matter. Quan the Don, the real Quan the Don, he got a lot of songs out. Easy Smalls got a lot of songs out. Freezy, 501 got a lot of songs out. These are all people on Forever Mafia. That's my crew, Forever Mafia.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like we have a lot of songs out. Shout out to my comedian, our only comedian on any of our labels. T with two E's. She's our comedian. Hey yo, yeah, that's all
Yeah,
I'm
she
gonna say
funny.
about it.
Yeah, she
That's all
funny.
I'm gonna say about that. Shout out to her too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my nieces, nephews, all my family, and all that. All my family, everybody. Yeah, all my kids, especially all my kids. I love all y'all and my grandkids. Yes, I got grandbabies. Yes.
Okay. Hey, yo. I ain't got to that point yet, but thank God. Ah, yes.
We'll be there soon.
We no, we're not. We're gonna celebrate you for everything you're doing. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you for joining and sharing your incredible journey. Your story represents musical versatility, perseverance, faith, family, culture, pride, and a genuine commitment to the DMV music community. From listening to trombones and tubas at 12 to singing in the choir, commanding the front line of go-go bands, making history with Resurrection Queens, releasing the Get Back, and helping lead Heartopia and Forever Records. You continue to prove that there is no single limit or category for your talent. Everyone, make sure to follow Styles Montana, stream her music, support her upcoming projects, and catch her performances live. You have been listening to your boy AD and Styles on Lyrical Lux FM Indie Spotlight, where independent artists receive recognition, respect, and the platform they deserve. I'm your host, AD. Until next time, keep supporting independent artists, keep discovering new talent, and keep it locked in the Lyrical XM.
Yeah, all day.
So, I appreciate you, and
Oh, I got
keep me
one more
posted on
thing. Matter of
everything.
fact, I forgot one more thing. Tomorrow night at Donald's. I forgot all about that. See, this how I
Yeah.
know I be thinking about everybody else. So tomorrow night at Donald's, I'm actually performing in Germantown at Donald's. That's what it's called. All you gotta do is look up Donald's Germantown. You'll find it's on Hysteria Drive. With Hysteria Drive, I am performing there tomorrow night with a couple of other people. So look out for that too as well.
Okay. So y'all hear it out there. If y'all are in Germantown or you're close to the area, come out there and
Yeah.
support her and support the bands and also support the music and the genre. And let's get go go. Let's get the DMV really on the map so everybody can know what we got going on in this area.
Yeah.
Everybody else is doing it, so let's do it for our own.
Yeah.
So all right, but so yeah, so like any of y'all music from Forever Mafia, make sure you can tell DZ and them to send me that joint so I can put it on the station.
Oh,
And
you
any of
want
your
to know?
bands.
Oh man, let me send you all this music. I gotta send you all that. I thought he sent you that already. We got
No, so
Half
some of it I got,
Days. We
but
got
like if
half
you
of
got like
today's in the pot.
yeah, I don't know all of it I got, but I know he sent me some from previous like from back in the day. But anything like let's say with your bands, if y'all got music out, send that to me too. So
Okay,
I don't because I play everything from R&B to pop rock, go go, reggae, Afro
okay.
punk, everything.
All right,
So
bet. That's
we
a
don't
bet.
discriminate over here.
All right, that's a bet. Got you.
All right,
Yeah, I gotta send you that. All right, I got
all
you.
right, all right. I appreciate you, sis.
All right, no problem, bro. No problem.
All right,
Yeah. All right, then.
all right. You take care.
All
You need
right,
anything,
love
I'm
you.
here. Love you too,
Yep.
sis.
All right.
All right.
How you hang